everyone. We are live again, so I'm sorry. I apologize to anyone who's normally here. I have frankly been a little bit busy this last week. It's a lot of my things with college just kind of kicked off, and I was really busy. So I've been unable to have the time to stream and keep my grades in check. And I apologize. However, I have been working on art still. So this is what I've been able to get to at the moment, and I'm really happy about how this piece is looking. So I kind of figured out how I wanted to do art, and instead of doing the more painterly fashion, here I'll open some of the stuff I've been working on. So such as this one. All right, this is a great example. This is the one I did right before. So what I learned from this is that I know my shadows, but I don't really like doing the painterly fashion that I normally end up doing. So I was like, I really like the cell shading. All right, I feel pretty good about the cell shading. And yes, am I still using some painterly things here and there? Yes, of course. I'm not like just going totally against ever touching a brush that's not 100% opacity, but for the most part, I like having it how I'm doing it now with this, where most of it's just cell shaded, and I'm just, yeah. And it's been great working on this. I'm actually going to pull up a reference because I always forget the exact coloring and everything on Eula. So that's actually who I'm drawing. I'm drawing Eula from Genshin Impact. Just in case you don't know. I've been really enjoying this piece. I've been working on it in my off time just to I'm trying to get a little bit more, how do I put this? I'm trying to get a little bit more used to drawing people that's not cute. Why is this blurry? Alright, I gotta open a new reference. I'm never pulling up the same reference, and I think that's kind of funny. Like every time I'm drawing, I'm working with a different reference, and that just. Alright, I just need something with like. That'll actually work really well. Alright, cool. Alright, we're ready to get back started. So I've been really enjoying working on Adunia's there. So I'm getting into like 70 something layers because every single bit of shading is on a different layer. And once I realized that, I was like, oh no. Alright, so we're gonna have like our gray and then a light blue. Hello? E, are you going to work? No, you're shitting yourself? Okay. Same. Alright. Might be a little bit light, but I am just comparing it to the background. I'm not comparing it to the other colors that I'm throwing out around. I just want to get some colors in first. I just want to get colors in first before I start to. I want to get some colors down before I. What's the word? Dude, what's the word? before I start making color correction. So something I'm really impressed with this piece is that I have been almost entirely in the blue range. So, like, even though this is supposed to be a more black color, I've been playing in the blues. SP? Okay. But yeah, so like even these colors on the tummy and everything, I've been doing the blue range, and I think that that's a really interesting dynamic. And whenever you zoom all the way out, it looks black enough, like it still looks black, but I think having that just constant theme of blue is just really tying the piece together. Yeah, I think that constant blue is just really tying the piece together. Is the bottom one blue? No, the bottom one's gray. All right. Okay, so now I got this light blue, and what I'm I'm gonna go and add a clipping layer on it. And I'm just gonna go down to a darker section. And like that. And like that. How's that look? Oh, I like it. And we'll do a bit of that going up the side because that's how light is probably gonna work. I don't know. Okay, so I don't know any of the wording that explains a lot of art terms. So like yesterday, I was in Kuro One Half's stream. I was just sitting there lurking, just doing whatever. And I was just sitting in Kuro's stream, just lurking a little bit, like I normally. And I was sitting there. I was like, and he was talking about banding. I'm like, Mr. Kuro, sir, what's banding? It's like, oh well, banding is whenever you go and you start uh playing with the effects, and then it's really common in like dark movies, where all the different darkness shades are so close to each other that all the just shapes in the darkness start. All the shades in the darkness start. And we as people know that it's not like that in reality. But the computers cannot generate that many different shades of black. So computers don't know what to do, so they just make it just really dark. They just group them all together and have like a gradient of these shapes. And I didn't even know that was called banding. Then Kuro's talking about it, and I'm like, Kuro, what's banding? They told me about it. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I've seen that before. How's that look? Um, I might, I might end up making that main color just a little bit more so. Looks really washed out in pastel at the moment. I don't really care pastel. It looks really washed out in pastel. I don't like the pastel colors. Now I do know this a little bit. So pastel colors are colors that is whenever you're picking colors and it's just very close to white. So it gives it a very washed out feel. Yeah, I like that a lot better. I'm actually gonna take I'm probably gonna take this lighter color and shove a little bit on like the tip. Just the tip. But I'll throw a little bit of it just on the tip. that. The white in there, and a little bit in there. Alright, I want to actually try, if I just go up. Yeah, I like that better. I like that better. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I'm really liking how this art piece is turning out. Like, I was so worried because I've always said I want to draw Eula. Alright, that was something I've said for a while. And I don't think I've ever. How do I do that? I don't think I ever really said it on stream, but off stream, I was always just like, yeah, I want to draw you. There was always this really. I wanted to draw Eula. However, I just never. I always get so in my own head because I get worried. I always get worried that people aren't going to like what I'm doing. And if people don't like the art that I'm creating, then why am I creating art? And now this is a very bad mindset to be in. Do not follow this mindset. But nonetheless, I still fell in it. So what I decided to do was I was actually talking with a friend. And this friend is actually the reason I started like working on this, because she was like, you draw the same character. I have some questions. And she asked me some questions about that art piece. And she was like, I don't want you to like hate me, think I'm just shitting on your art. I'm like, I've received worse comments than anything you could probably, without intentionally, if you're not intentionally trying to hurt me, I don't think you can do anything worse than what I've already received. And she was like, all right. So we talked about it. I explained my thoughts on her feedback, my theologies, and then she was like, why don't you ever draw other characters? Because I'm scared. And that was my answer. I was like, I'm scared people aren't going to like the art that I create. I was like, I genuinely don't want to create art about something that I care about and people just shit on it. So if I just go and draw my own character, no one else can shit on it. You can shit on my art skills, but you can't shit on what I'm creating. If that makes sense. And that gives itself a bit of freedom, because like I know my skills aren't the greatest. I know my skills aren't the greatest, and that's fine. But so that just means that they can just shit on my skills, because they can't shit on QT because QT has no placement within their minds. Like QT is not a main media character. Like for instance, Eula, who I'm drawing here now. So I kept falling in this habit of I'm just gonna keep drawing QT over and over and over again. And I'm not gonna lie, it helped. It helped. I've gotten a lot better at art from drawing QT. I've been able to find out stylistic choices that I do and do not like. Nice. Like for instance, this one color spectrum thing that I'm doing here. That came from QT. QT is entirely within one color spectrum. QT is entirely within one color spectrum. The orange color spectrum. Basically. I mean, she goes out of it for like the skin tones. You're always going to go out of it for skin tones. If you can do skin tones in blue, you're smarter than me. Then you're like 10 times smarter. That looks nice. I will do that on the other side. But if you can do skin tones in blue, you're 10 times smarter than me at art. And that's just how much you've been doing it. And if you've been doing art that much, you're probably not going to come into a random small artist stream and go and shit on his stuff. So I don't really worry about that too much. So I enjoy doing this one color spectrum thing. Like this entire EULA drawing is basically within one color spectrum, the blue spectrum, except for the skin and miscellaneous details. And stuff, and that's fine. That's all fine and dandy. Yeah, I just really like doing this one color spectrum thing, because it's like, it's neat. Because I'm learning to play with colors, and even though most of my colors aren't black, I can make them register as black. Like this registers as a black. Me, anyway. I know it's not, and I can see just a little tiny hint of blue in there. But if you're zoomed out, it's just going to look like a black shadow. And actually, the only like black shadow that's in this piece, right down here. Which, I mean, you can kind of see. I kind of can't, but you can kind of see it. But yeah, but I really enjoy it. I really enjoy this one color spectrum thing that I've been doing. I love doing it with, and that was a stylistic choice that I learned from Q. That's where I was going with all this. And then the cell shading style, that was something I learned from drawing QT over and over again because I was like, I like that. Up. Or on. Okay. Oh, here. There we go. That'll be good. All right, we're gonna do a little something. That, that, that. And we can erase. See, I'm not the greatest at doing these little highlights yet. Like I know there's some people that's really good at just doing little highlights like this. I'm not the greatest at them yet. Okay. That is looking pretty nice. I like that. There is actually a tie. I did not forget this tie. Thing is I kind of like it without the tie, so I'm going to do two different variations of this art piece, one with the tie and one without the tie. So don't worry, the tie does exist. But yeah, so I like the stylistic choices that I've been able to acquire from from just drawing QT. It's given me a lot of my own style ideas. How do I want to do? How do I want to? All right, all this is going to be this color. All of this is going to be right in this color. All right. There is going to be a golden band on. I've seen that on a few of the images. I don't remember if there is exactly. Yes, there's. No, there's like a white band. I can do this here. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm playing here. I might end up changing this. Come right in through here. I like that. Alright, and then this is going to come in right in through here. Because actually, clothing loves to go into triangles. And now we're only applying the first little layer of highlights. There's going to be more, which will add a lot more depth. We're just applying the first one. Kind of do it. There we go. I don't know why, but I think taking it in and having it follow the edge of the fabric like that. I like that. I don't know why, but it's just something I like seeing. Yeah, I don't know why. It just seems right. Not exactly sure. Yeah, I just like it. Nice. When you dish one in, smooth in this one just a little bit. Alright, so then we're gonna put this one right here. The color we started with is actually going to be a mid-tone, mid-bright tone. This is going to be our mid-dark tone. I think that's the right words. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that terminology. Please don't quote me. But basically, so this is our halfway dark tone. There is going to be a darker tone than this, so I'm just going to call this the mid. This is the mid-bright tone. This is the bright tone. Now these could be wrong terminology that I'm just pulling out of the abyss. But I've heard people talk about mid-tones and bright tones and dark tones before, and that's all I can imagine they're about. I look up a lot of guides, but I don't know a whole lot of terminology. I look up a lot of guides, but I tend to not know a whole lot of terminology. I just kind of sit doing art in my own little hole. Alright, so we're actually going to make this one thicker down here, then thinner up here. That's closer to our, what's it called? It's closer to the, uh, top fabric fold. Closer to the light obstruction source. How do I shade this? Is it going to be something like that? And curve that just a little bit. I think that works. I think. Not exactly sure. Alright, now we do have a darker tone. Gonna snag that, and this is only going to go in certain areas. Okay, then go back in here, because that place is going to be really dark. I'll shut a little bit right in there. Because this one's farther away, we're going to see a little bit more back it. A little bit there. A little bit in through. There, that looks nice. I like that. Now we just got to put the, like, white streaks in it. Almost white. Not going to be white, but. Um, actually, like that. Okay, so this is about. Alright, I want to get this right. So, a little bit on either side of my thumb. It'll be about in. I want to kind of get the spacing at least somewhat right. That's what I would like. A little bit down and through here. There we go. Now we need to add another one to the underside of it, and it's just going to be extremely small. Just really extremely small. All right. Yeah, I'm liking how this piece is going. Like I've learned this piece is my magnum opus. It is the best piece I've worked on today. So I'm proud of it. Okay, and that's got the lines. And I'm trying to go with the clothing lines. You'll notice I'm trying to curve it to help give the clothing folds more volume, more dynamicism. And now we're gonna go and we're gonna add a clipping mask. Just gonna go and we're gonna color some of this in just a little bit darker, which would then accentuate the dynamicism of these little clothing pieces. I'm actually liking how that looks quite a lot. Okay, so then we got like light feathers in the front and high contrast feathers in the back. I kind of put on a little too many of these feathers, but I think it looks cool, so we'll go with it. I am at 82 layers in this piece, and that's just the unnamed layers. That is kind of absurd. That is more layers than I have ever used. That is kind of more layers than I have ever used. But yeah, this, yeah, I'm just so impressed at what I've done. And like this little charm here, I am so impressed with how I colored the metal on it. I love the luster. I love the shine. This little gem here. I don't know how to draw gems. This little gem here looks nice, and I've just been trying to experiment. So this one, I can actually talk about this one. So originally this one had a much more darker tone on the top of it. But when I did that, all this just looked like one cohesive blob. So I just put these really bright shines on it, and it helped just pull this into perspective farther out to where you can actually see what it is. And it's not just this gray blob. That's actually something I'm kind of running into here. A lot of this just looks gray blob, dark blue. So I might have to lighten this place up just a little later. I can add a light layer at the end, and that's fine. All right, about how many of these do I want to do? I don't know. I'll continue light blue and then back ones light blue. Not the black, the dark blue. Dark blue. Dark blue. We're not playing in black hardly any in this piece, aside from the line art. Okay. Yeah, that looks nice. I like that. We'll have something like this for the side of these because they're overall darker. Yeah, something like that. We'll play with lightening parts of it and darkening parts of it. We'll do that in a moment. I'm really liking how the lighting on this piece is turning out and how just all the shading is. Like, I like cel shading. I went and I was trying to do more painted shading, but man, I just wasn't enjoying it near. Like, I understand the point to it, and technically that's more accurate of reality, but like, I'm not doing art to become a good artist. I'm doing art because I want to draw things I want to draw. Which, granted, entails becoming a decent artist, but like, I don't care if my art is realistic. I'm drawing anime, bitches! I stopped caring about realism a long ass fucking time ago. You're drawing anime, bitches. It's like, what? Real? Real women? Using real women as references? No. Alright, that looks nice. I like that. Now, something like that. Darker. Actually gonna go a lot more in towards the blue. Something like that. Something I gotta watch out for is I don't want these two parts to blend in together. So I have to choose my color, actually I have to be kind of careful when choosing color. I don't want everything to just become a blob. And that requires a lot of finesse and skills that I don't have, frankly. Yeah, that looks nice. I gotta play with that one a little bit. I don't like how the point is structured. I don't like how that point is structured. It looks wonky. But I'm just really liking how my art's turning out. Like I kind of never thought I would be able to make art this good. And let alone within a year. Like I'm just so proud of everything I've done. I'm so proud of all my art. So proud of how my art has come, and it's partially because of this road to being a good artist. Like people tune in occasionally, and that's nice. I enjoy people, but and whenever they go and they talk with me, it just further reminds me, we're all in this together. I'm not sitting here doing art all on my own every day. It especially makes my day when there was Sleepy a while. When Sleepy would come in and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm drawing too." I'm like, "Ah, we're drawing together, friends," and it means a lot. I greatly enjoy it because sometimes I just feel like I should be better than what I am, and then I start to compare myself to other people. And this is a bad habit of mine. So I'll preach to the end of time that comparison in art uh, is useless. Looking at other people's art to see what could I improve on is fine. But comparing your art to theirs, just being like, oh, well, my art's shit because their art's good, that I believe is a horrible mentality. Because deep down, your art is special to you. There's a reason you created that piece. Every piece of QT I have ever drawn is special to me because I like QT's character. And if I go and I start shit talking something that I care about, then I'm just breaking down what I have. Then I'm just breaking down what I have and just killing the enjoyment I got. Oh, yes. Having them light blues makes that look darker. But I don't know if I like that. We'll see. We'll see. All right. How do? Oh yeah, there's a reason I do all my art. Each piece of art that I draw is special to me because I wanted to draw it. So, and it's like that with everyone. If you're drawing something and you're just drawing it because you're drawing it, you're putting a part of yourself into that drawing. You're putting a part of yourself into that drawing, whether you know it or not. Now, if you're doing it for a commission, maybe not. You might not really give a shit about it, and that's fine. I have made a grave error. I have made a grave error. Fine, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'll work around my grave error, but it's still made. The grave error was that I did all this on one layer, so I can't put the gradient on like I want. That was the grave error. But it's fine. See, I'll work around it. And I'll do something else. And that's perfectly fine. And like, you can't beat yourself up. Like, yes, did I mess up something I was gonna do? Yeah. But, well, now you'll just Do it some other way. And by doing it that other way, you'll learn. Will learn, which will then make you better. So then, if you ever mess up again, you'll know, hey, how did I solve this last time? You'll have an idea. Art is literally just a growth process. And that's why I love it. That is why I love it. That is why I love it. I love growth. I love journeys. I love seeing people grow. And that's always been my thing. I've always, and this was partially set on by seeing my own growth the last few years. But I love seeing people go from being thinking that they can't to experiencing that, wait, I'm better than I think. I can do things that I never thought I could. Because that's exactly how it is. We are capable of doing absolutely amazing things as a race, even individually. Yeah, that looks nice. I like that. But we are capable of doing absolutely amazing things. And I love seeing people being able to do just average people being able to do amazing things. So whenever I see myself and I'm like, ah, yes, I am getting good at art. I do the arting. That that has meant a lot to me. Because I never thought I'd be able to do art. I never thought I'd be able to do it. And now I'm able to do something like this, and this is better than I thought I would. And that, me, that means a lot. That's great. Why is that? Why is this gray? What the Genshin? I mean, I understand. That. What's the middle color? Is it going to be a gold? Yes. We'll grab this. What the? There we go. Oh, that really is black. Oh, I gotta fix that. That wasn't meant to be black. I thought that looked weird. I kept thinking that that was weird down there. I was like, ah, that don't look right. We can fix it. Because I don't want this to be black. It doesn't look right when it's black. It blends in with the line art, and I don't want the shading to blend in with the line art. That was something I used to do, yes. But I don't think that works right. Alright. We're just going to spend just a few moments fixing these colors because I messed up earlier and apparently decided to make this just go black. Not exactly sure what I was thinking there, but that's what I did. There we go. That looks better. That looks better. Point this out. All right, cool. Oh, pop my back. All right. Then we just gotta go and we'll play with gold colors again. I'm actually really liking playing with these gold colors. I think they're actually doing well. Like the gold has just such a nice contrast with the blue, which, yes, I understand. Genshin is a MiHoYo. Word. MiHoYo is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Yes, they're going to invest a lot in their character design to make them pop and make their character design interesting. Yeah, I get that, but like, still cool. I love the shit out of it. Yeah, I just love the shit out of it. 'Cause, like, it's just like there's so many character design elements that's at work. There. Actually wanted to go just a wee bit darker. Color pick that in through here, there. Have just a small little streak going back through there, and a small little streak going right in there. Now you're not gonna see much of that. You see a little bit of it. I like it. Oh, this art piece is rough, and it takes so much time, but I love it. So it's okay. So this is actually just a gray. So I am just gonna sit in grayer. Yeah, it's down into something like this. Yeah, that looks right. Yeah, that looks right. I like that. I mean, we're gonna shade it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna put a gradient on. That'll look nice, and I know it. Like, look at that. Such a small gradient, but it adds such detail. Makes it look nicer, my opinion. Okay, we'll take this top color. No. Put a little bit of soap. And so this is actually going to add a neat effect. So because my cell shading is always going to be the same color, this gradient that's going to naturally get darker is going to fade this out. It's actually going to just slowly fade it out. I think that that's just a neat little thing. Because all the other color is slowly going to get darker. So the shading will actually end up seeming like it's just slowly getting brighter. It'll eventually just go into a homogeneous little thing, like right here. It just completely fades, and I think that's neat. Even though no one will ever see that detail, still something that you can think about. By being able to put these just flat details in, I'm able to add a lot of detail that I'm just like, that's why I wanted to go and work with opacity brushes. Just add so much detail like that. But you can add that detail the same way by just working with just a few basic gradients. You can do that by working with just a few basic gradients on top of your normal. I want to brighten that. What the top? Oh, wait, is that just that bright? What the? I'm drawing in white. Yeah. Oh, I know why. I know why now. Do do do. Streamer. Streamer knows what he's doing. Lie. Streamer never knows what he's doing. At least here. Alright, and then I am gonna just all this in. Now this is just gonna give this just a nice little bit of pop that I just felt like it was getting before. Um, slight. I don't know. I'm just playing around with it at the moment. Looks better. It was just like, it was looking bright, which was what I wanted, but it was bright, if that makes sense. I don't know. It was. Okay. Gonna shove a layer in here. Put gray in there. What time is it? It's going to be about 10 o'clock. We're still good for a bit though. I've been working on this RP so unbelievable. Actually want this brighter. Something like that. That. Try to go as just bright as possible. We're gonna color this in. We're gonna clean that line right there because I don't want that bleeding out. But yeah, not just over time, I slowly found myself to liking cel shading more and working with opacity brushes. There's nothing wrong with opacity. I just, I don't know. I just don't feel like they make as much to me. I felt like I was just able to create higher quality art. But just going and making hard shape. Then it also lends itself, doing the hard shapes, it lends itself to doing metal a lot easier. And eventually, I'm going to be drawing metal stuff. Because, just in case you haven't seen my YouTube channel, want to, there's a link down below. That might be to my old channel. I don't know. I created a new channel. And I do have a few videos. It'll just be Henty I46. So, but I really like Elite Dangerous. That's a game that I have fun playing. I have fun just chilling out to Elite Dangerous. I have fun just chilling out to Elite. I have fun just chilling out to Elite. I like the perspective on the. But I like playing Elite Dangerous. And eventually, I want to draw QT with the Diamondback Explorer. Is why I really like drawing metal stuff. Go just exemplify. Then we'll go and do a lighter color. Okay, looks nice. I like that. Yeah, I like how that looks. See, and is that effect possible with opacity brushes? Yes, absolutely. It's called a gradient. And it's actually really easy for them to do. But like, for me, it just makes more sense to just put down flat colors. And there was another artist that did this. What was his name? But he proved that our minds just blend colors in together. And what he did is he just took dots of, I think, just primary colors. And that's what he did. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Um, I don't know how I do this. That fitting? Yeah, that fit. Right. I don't know how I do that, but sometimes I just drag layers and it makes no sense. Okay, got that. I wanted to color these in. Well, kind of missed the first pass. Okay, yeah. And then I'm going to take this color, put this back in through here. I need to color this, and then I'm slowly working my way upwards. I should have done this earlier. I know I should have done these little triangles earlier, but sometimes it can be hard to just see that your colors whenever they're so stacked in. Like I knew that they were here, but I just completely forgot about them whenever I was doing the shirt. Because the shirt covers, because there's so many just small little shapes in here. Because fun fact, so how you can hit the just 0 button and it takes you to 0. This is like the 0. This is 0 zoom on my image, or 100%. However you want to call it. This is base zoom. So I'm working actually on like a pretty small canvas, or pretty big canvas. What was I doing? That's right. Let's not instant. Let's not instantly forget every single time. I've done that. I forget. I'll be working on something, then I'll get distracted for a quarter second, and then it's just, oh, it's gone. That looks good. That looks good. Actually, I can go ahead and throw this in the shirt. I can go ahead and work on the sleeves. Yeah, great point. I could go ahead and work. Wait, is that really this color? Wow, that does not look that bright. That's odd. Okay, whatever. We'll just add layers of shading on it. How does... Okay, I know what I'm... Yeah, it does not, in fact. Bucket that in. Alright. Man, I love this. I love everything about this. This piece is amazing. Alright, so. What the? Wait a minute. What did I just do? There we go. Now everything makes more sense. That makes more sense. Sometimes I don't. Because I don't label any of them. Oh, by the way, our current layer count is 95. Just in case any of you are wondering. That's quite absurd. I don't recommend that. Because if I want to go back and change anything, I can't go back and change anything. What I'm going to have to do? Select tool? Select tool. I completely forgot about the select tool's existence until just now. I could have used that earlier. Oh well. I'll have to select tool and create a new layer. Which is not a bad problem. In case that, like, bothers you. Select your color. That in there. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna have to completely create new layers. Any work. I have to redo any work. We're gonna put a little bit of shading. I've actually been playing some DayZ still. Where we played it on stream. Yeah, I've been still playing it. I am enjoying DayZ. I have had a bit of a rough day on it though. So, what happened today was I'm quite social. I try to just be like, if I see someone, I'm gonna say hi. Unless they're blatantly trying to kill me whenever I see them. Which happens often. I never finished this. I never even finished the line art. Alright. That works. I'll put that in later. That'll probably. I forgot. Hammer for gore. But I've been getting killed all day. And it's kind of annoying. Because there's people and they're like, I'll be just saying hi and we'll be just conversing. And then all of a sudden just they whip out a shotgun the moment I open an inventory. Or go to talk with them. And I've just not been having great luck. I've been not having good spawns. I've been just never having food. I've only gotten a gun once today. Like that's how bad it's been. I've been going to police stations and everything and just have not been able to find guns. And then they're just spawning everyone that has shotgun. They're giving everyone shotguns. And I'm just like, ah! Death. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. It's complete RNG. I've just not had a great DayZ day. But that'll happen occasionally. Like, it's a PvP. And like, there's a lot of people that are hardcore. I'm just like, I just want to go and talk with people and like survive with people. That's what I want from. And then everyone's like, oh well, we gotta go and raid each other and snipe each other from 500 meters, and I'm like, I'm not that good or care. I'm not trying to shit on it. Okay, like if that's what you enjoy, that's what you enjoy. That's what you enjoy. And it just gets really annoying when every single time you spawn, it's literally just someone sitting there with a shotgun just killing freshies. I'm like, bro, what do you want? I have like an apple. Like I quite literally just spawned in and there was a guy and he was running down the road. I was like, "Hi, do you have any idea where?" I was like, "Okay, well, I guess I'm going to the respawn screen." And it's at that point where you're just like, "Bruh, I literally just spawned. I have nothing but an apple." I mean, I guess there are people that run around in freshy areas with like nothing on, try to ambush high tier players that's walking through and bust a cap in them, but that's just like, uh, but still, but still. Ah, actually, that's right. We can do this. I forgot about the selection tools that we have access to that I mentioned 5 minutes ago. Object transform. Yes, I know. But yes, I've just not been having a great day on DayZ. It's been a little bit unfortunate, but that actually looks. Now, if I pick this color, and now this will be a pastel color. I know I mentioned earlier how I hate pastel colors, but this is going to be a pastel. Sue me. Because that's actually how it is on Eula. And it looks nice because it breaks up the colors palette. And it breaks up the color palette. Yeah, I'm just really enjoying this piece. And I wanna do more art. I wanna do more art. I don't wanna do commissions or anything. Like where's your shoulder? What the fuck have I done? Okay. I have shit to fix. roughly close, right? Oh no, this of it. Okay, actually, after just checking, these are a little more gray than anything else. I'll play with it. If I don't like this, then I'll gray. I'll probably just gray. Yeah, I'll probably just make them gray, I'll be honest. What is... I kind of want... I don't know why, just makes sense. That might not be how the character is, but that's how I'm drawing the character. I really don't like the pastel. Maybe. I don't know. I'll think about it. I don't know. I won't touch it right now. I'll actually name this layer so I can find it. I can actually, I can change it. Actually fix it later. Alright. I'm actually gonna make this white. Kinda doesn't make sense, but that's all that it needs. I'm gonna grab the dark color and show there. And color here. This is actually skin color. I don't know why I didn't color it earlier, but that looks good. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Yeah, I don't like pastels because they don't look right once you start shading them. Yeah, because now it just looks dirty. Do this, it just looks dirty. I just take it to be more saturated. Does that work? Yeah. Why does that work? Okay. That's weird. Like, there's some colors you can shade them by just making them more saturated. That's just, what? And then to lighten it, you just gotta go straight up. That's such an interesting thing with these colors. I mean, I still don't like pastel looking colors, but can't deny that that's kind of interesting. That looks nice. I like that. I like that. It works. There's still a lot of crap to fix. Slowly. Skin tones. But with still these skin tones, then I'm not completely sure. Oh, I need to lock this layer. Okay, that looks nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, I actually gotta fix fine art right in here. Not too much to fix with it. I just gotta add in the elbow, shoulder, not elbow, shoulder. I don't want that to just blend in. I fear that. Alright, that looks nice. I got it. Oh, this is gonna be basically shaded. Like just a little bit of that. Right in there and right in. And you can't even see it, but it's fine. Okay. Yeah, we're like making good progress. I'm really liking how this art is turning out. Yeah, we're making really good progress. I'm really happy how this art is turning. Oh, by the way, we have officially passed the 200 layers mark. Please help. I need it. Yeah, please send help. I need it. This is an absolutely absurd amount of layers, an absurd amount of work. But that's fine. So it'll be what it is. How do I wanna do this? Alright, yeah, like this. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna grab color, that into there. A little bit of it into there. A little bit of that going out. Alright, I like that. Kinda. There we go. See, I do like where I do the shading, where I take just eraser and I erase part. That looks nice. I like that. I like that effect that I. Very picky. Oh, hello, Lone. How are you doing this evening? I am your residential rock. Oh, I am on the wrong color. I'm your residential rock VTuber. Draw good. I greatly appreciate it. I okay, so I actually haven't been draw that color come from. I actually haven't been drawing this good for a while. So I have only been doing art. And I love talking about this, so I'm gonna go off a little bit. I'm from Japan. Welcome in. I'm sure it's like, is it really early for you guys there? No. Yes. Maybe midday? I don't remember. I'm sorry, I don't know time zones. English name is Susan. If it's alright, I'll try to call you Susan, but I might just call you Lone because I don't have the greatest memory. I forget a lot. But I've only been. My English is not so good. Ah, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. I appreciate you coming by and stopping by nonetheless. And I appreciate that you're speaking. And it's fine. I know 3 languages, so I can most of the time understand where stuff's coming from. So if you would like, yes, morning here. Okay. Well, I appreciate you stopping by during your morning routine. So, you want to see some of my old art? Because I only started doing art. What's it been? Like 9 months ago now? And it's, as you can see, the title is The Road to Becoming a Good Artist. So I have not been a good artist for a long time. And I have not been doing this series the entire time I've been doing art. I only started doing this around December of last year. So here, I love pulling up my first artwork. I have saved every single artwork I have ever worked on. And looking back, you can just be like, ugh, wow. Like, uh, I also draw sometimes. Yeah, that's one thing I love about the art category. It brings in a lot of people who you're not so good. That's not a problem. Like, for instance, this is what I drew like so 5, 6, so like 9 months ago. Maybe it's gonna be closer to 10 now. And you can see I've put a lot of work into, and I've went from drawing this about 9 months ago today, where this has actually been like a few weeks. This has actually been like I've been working on Eula here for about 4 or so days. I've been working on this piece, but I'm enjoying every bit of it. So you can definitely see the stark improvement that I've made. So it's just a skill. You're gonna grow, you're gonna build it over time. You don't need to expect yourself to just become. Sorry, my net speed. Slow, I can't hear you. Oh, it's okay. You use Discord. Yes, I do have a Discord. The link should be down below. The link actually should be down below if you want to join in. The Discord's not, it's not the biggest. There's a few people in there, a few community members, but yeah, so like working over time, my art has slowly gotten better. This is another one that I actually did very recently. I've been slowly working on my own skill, and this is actually something I've been doing. I really like this whole cell shading. So this was my last piece I did, where I was trying to learn how to use like individual brush strokes. You can see them all in through here. And I just genuinely like it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me with the individual brush strokes. I also only spent about 2 days on this piece, but it has taught me a lot. Add me. So there's a little bit of a problem. I am in my Discord, in order for my PNG to be working, that's in the corner. I'm sorry, but I have to be sitting in my own Discord call. So, and I don't want to like mess up the PNG tuber that I have going. I'm sorry. I don't want to by accident mess all that stuff up. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know how it all works. Might be able to. Here, we can try it. I don't remember how to add friends. I don't add friends very often. Do we go friends? There we go. Up. I copied everything that was wrong. All right, here we'll work on it. There we go. It should be sent loan. All right, how do I draw all this stuff? How do I draw Eula's vision? How do I draw a vision? They're very shiny, they're very bright, but I don't want to wash everything out. I don't want to wash everything out neither. Huh. Okay, we can play with it. We might. All right. We start with that. Yes, no, maybe, possibly. Yes, no, maybe, possibly. Alright. DSP just doesn't die all of a sudden. Alright, so I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to put this base coat on it. And then I'm going to try, I don't know how I'm going to do any of this. Okay, so the base blue is down. Then, what am I going to do? Have base blue, I'll be going cloudy on the outside and bottom. I'll be going cloudy on the outside and the bottom. There's actually some. Yeah, I think I can do it. I think I can do it. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to a deep blue. I'm gonna go to the G pen. Then with the G pen, we'll follow the guidelines that I already have set. We'll follow the guidelines that I already have set. I'm actually gonna not sit completely in on the canvas. I don't know how to draw geometry. I don't know how to draw geometric shapes, because if you mess them up, you know. And everyone knows you can't fudge your way around geometric shapes. Yeah, everyone's gonna see my issues here. Oh well, it's alright. Yeah, I think it's looking okay. Then in the middle, kind of goes into another snow. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so then after this, we're gonna get rid of the black lines. Hopefully, we'll reveal something okay underneath. I doubt it, but we can always hope. I'll be honest, drawing snowflakes, not something I have a whole lot of experience in. It doesn't look horrible. It doesn't look horrible. I don't. Yeah, if we're gonna zoom all the way out, it's not gonna look bad. Like while we're zoomed in on it, it's gonna look like trash. Granted. I put stuff on the wrong layer. Put everything on the wrong layer. Okay. We're gonna move this. Oh, just a, we're gonna start trying to take up this entire vision. I've been trying to not this entire time, and I'm not sure why. Put stuff on the wrong layer. Oh, that is not the right tool. Alright, how's that look? Okay, that looks pretty okay whenever we zoom all the way out. Okay, yeah, I like it. I like it. Because you gotta keep in mind, everyone else is gonna see the art piece from all the way out here. So, you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry about every single little minor detail. You want to make sure the form looks good. Yeah, you gotta make sure the form looks good. If the form doesn't look good, then it's not gonna look good. But however, get the form to look good, you can make a lot of stupid little small detail problems, and no one's gonna notice because the form looks good. Because you as an artist are going to look at it. You as an artist are going to look at your art piece from the little details. Because that's how you're going to notice your art. However, everyone else is going to look at your art piece not by the details. They're going to see the form of your art piece. And that's an important distinction. Yeah, and that is an important distinction. Click airbrush, we'll put airbrush 100. I'm confused. Alright, that's good. I like that. If you zoom all the way out, you still know it's a vision, but it, I don't know, looks good. I like it. Alright, how many more errors do I have? What else do I want? I could work. I want to draw the tie. Alright, how does Eula's tie look? I've been putting this off. Alright, we'll have that. Then man, Eula has so many of these little things on her. I don't know what to call them. I don't even know how to draw them. But this always needs to go farther down. And do that. That. And then finally, there's just this one little diamond. We're actually gonna have to rotate this just a little bit. I didn't put it in line. How's that? Okay, that looks good. I like that. And then there's something at the end of it. The end of it. Oh, that looks. This tie looks complicated. Okay. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna create some framing. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna outline the tie. And now I'm gonna look at what's on the tie. I'm gonna create points on the tie for each individual part of Eula's tie design. That's gonna be the top of that. This is gonna be the out part. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna alpha lock. And this is a thing I like doing. Whenever I have guidelines, I just like putting it in blue. Really bright blue. Because I rarely end up working in bright blue. Obviously, I did a little bit on this piece, but and all right. Yeah, that could go in more. Yeah, yeah, something like that. Yeah, this looks good. This all looks good. So I think this can actually be up just a smidge. Change this just a little bit. Change this just a smidge. Yeah, I'm just working on it. I don't know exactly how this is supposed to look. I'm just slowly finding parts that I don't like about it, just changing them to something that I might like more. Okay, yeah, that looks good. I like that. Now this design, I'm not gonna like draw. Okay, yeah, that's straighter. Fixed. Not looking right. First line is, the second one is not. We're just gonna outline the stuff for the moment. Nope. Alright. This one's gonna go about out like that. Oh, yeah. Final one's gonna look like this. There, that looks good. I like that. It's gonna take a little bit more work to get it looking right, but uh, this is gonna go down about like so. Then there's something in the middle yet. Okay, yeah, looking good. That looks good. I like it. Then finally, the top one. All right, now we're gonna take this out, take it up, out, and then this is gonna be foreshortened a little bit. Maybe. Makes sense to me. Oh yeah, that's actually a good idea. Now we're just looking at the tie. We don't have to worry about anything else getting in my way, distracting me. There's a bit too much noise with with everything else on here. All right, now we're gonna get this. I think it looks okay. That looks good. Don't like that. Oh no, this is weird shape. I'm trying to draw it in a kind of perspective. I'm trying to draw it in a bit of perspective. That's how it would be drawn. Okay, and then something like that. Yeah, yeah, that looks good. I like it. All right, so then we're gonna go and we're gonna have this little circle thing. I don't like this top one. I'm not. Still not liking it. Like, no matter what, it's just looking like a weird finger. Looks better. Now I know how to draw it better for the other ones. Yep, that looks pretty alright. Yeah, it looks kind of alright. I like it. Works. Now we just gotta clean it up and it'll be ready to go. So we just got a little bit of cleanup to do and then we'll be all ready. Okay. About what color is the tie? The tie is mid blue. This color is going to change. I want to make that clear. I want to make it clear that this color is going to change. This is not the end color. I'm just putting down a color. I'll play with it later. All right. I'm gonna turn this folder on, turn this folder on. There we go. So I am going to color this back in. I just want to make sure that my tie fits in with the background, fits in with the art. Okay. Snipping tool. All right, now we're going to clip this layer. So how do I like this color? I don't really like, maybe I like this. I like this blue in some parts. We're not going to totally get rid of it. Maybe actually. Here. We are going to go and we're going to throw in an airbrush. throw that in there. We'll just throw that in there. Alright, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna color all these areas in. Yep, that blue colored in. Alright. Now there is something. This. This is gonna come down into here. And this is gonna come from here. Okay, that looks nice. Yeah, that looks nice. I like it. So now I'm gonna go into a new clipping layer. There, that looks nice. Then now we get to play with the golds, which is actually my favorite color on this entire piece. Golds is my favorite color on this entire piece because it pops so much and it feels amazing to draw. Oh, we're getting to be like 11:16. I'm probably gonna finish this tie and then I'm gonna be done for this evening. Because I kind of need to go to bed. Yeah, I kind of need to go to bed. Slowly filling all this in. I would use the paint bucket, but the gradient might mess it up a little bit, so I'm just not going to use the paint bucket and save myself that headache. Yeah, so I'm just going to save myself the headache of messing with the paint bucket and then it not working. Alright, we're slowly getting it. We'll get all this, get all set up, and then hopefully. Oh wait, no, this is gold. Forgot. Forgot, that's gold too. Yeah, that looks nice. I still kind of like it better without the tie, I'm not gonna lie. But having the tie, will, I don't know, play around with it. We're gonna have this higher. Oh wait, it doesn't really matter. Oops. How I set everything up. That's fine. Alright. Then I just need this color. This color. Then we're just gonna add a few lines in. Because metal is very... One way you can make something appear metal by just having huge colors and lusters. Especially the luster. The luster on metal, like, if you want something to seem metallic, big blotches of color, of shine. Alright. Nope, nope, nope. Not like that. There we go. That looks good. That actually does look good. I'm not gonna lie, I like it a little better without the tie though. Alright, we have been going for a while now. It is 11:20 where I'm at. It is getting close to being midnight. So I would like to thank everyone for coming out. Lone, if you're still here, I'd like to thank you for following. I greatly appreciate it because it helps you find your way. Thank you. I appreciate you lighting the fire of that follow button because it helps you find your way back here another day. It greatly means a lot to me whenever people show back up multiple times because I try to have a good show here. I talk through my art, I talk through what I do with my art, how I like my art, and the reasoning behind what I do with my art, which is a little bit of a rare thing. A lot of people don't end up talking through their ideologies, but I try to talk through my ideology just a little bit, especially if someone asks. But I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. My next stream is going to be probably not until next Wednesday because college has been extremely busy. So I'd like to thank everyone for coming out, and I would hope to see you all again Wednesday. That stream will be starting at 9 o'clock as well.